When a girl tries to sleep close to you, do you actually know what she's trying to say? Yes, it's sweet, but behind that closeness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things a girl can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most people do, you could be missing messages she's been trying to send for years. Let's start with what that quiet closeness really means. 1. It was never just about comfort. So why does a girl actually stay emotionally close to you? Most people assume it's simple. She likes attention. You make her feel good. End of story. But here's the thing. A girl is incredibly aware when it comes to choosing who gets access to her soft side. Friends, distractions, social media, routines, personal space. If comfort was all she wanted, she has options. So why does she keep choosing you? Because emotional closeness is when a girl is at her most open. Every protective instinct she has tells her to stay guarded, stay careful, and not let anyone too close too quickly. And instead, she walks past every safer emotional distance and lets herself feel connected to you. That's not just comfort, that's trust on a level most people never fully realize. Relationship psychology has shown that people form attachment patterns with those who make them feel emotionally secure. When a girl chooses to stay close to you, she's telling you something she may not say out loud. You make me feel safe enough to let my guard down completely. And by the way, if a girl ever suddenly stops being close to you, don't brush it off. We'll get into what that really means at the end, and it's something most people wish they'd understood sooner. 2. She's blending her emotional world into yours. Have you ever noticed the girl adjusting her tone, sharing little details, or becoming softer around you right before she opens up? That's not random behavior, it's emotional chemistry. A girl leaves tiny emotional markers through her words, expressions, texting style, memories, and the way she reacts to you. When she shares those things with you, she's leaving invisible signs behind. But here's what most people don't realize. When a girl stays emotionally connected to you, she's not just showing interest, she's blending your emotional world with hers. In close relationships, people who feel connected begin to share small rituals, private jokes, familiar phrases, and emotional patterns. It's how they recognize safety. It's how they say, this person feels familiar, without making a loud confession. When a girl weaves her feelings into yours, day after day, she's performing a quiet emotional ritual. She's telling herself, and sometimes you, that you matter in a different way. This is also why a girl might notice when your tone changes after you've been busy somewhere else. You feel different, your energy has shifted, something about the shared connection feels missing, and that soft conversation or late night message, part of it is her restoring what felt distant. And hey, if this makes sense to you, smash that like button and subscribe. 3. She thinks she's emotionally protecting you. Ever wonder why a girl checks on you in a specific way? Maybe she asks if you reached home. Maybe she notices when your mood drops. Maybe she becomes quiet when she feels something is wrong. That reaction isn't random, it's emotional strategy. Here's something that might surprise you. Even a calm, gentle girl can carry a strong protective instinct towards someone she cares about, and emotionally attached people understand changes. When a girl positions herself close to you emotionally, part of her believes she's watching over your inner world. This goes back to how deep emotional bonds work. People who care about each other naturally monitor each other's stress, moods, and silence. It's not just about affection, it's connection, and a girl, no matter how independent, doesn't forget that emotional code. Watch how a girl reacts. If she notices your silence quickly, she's watching your emotional entry points. If she worries when you stop replying normally, she's protecting the part of you she feels connected to. She knows she cannot control everything. She doesn't care. Something deep in her feelings says, this person matters to me.
4. Every emotional position is a message.
Does a girl become quiet, open up completely, turn emotionally distant, or stay strongly connected to you? Each of these positions is telling you something different. Let's start with the quiet distance. This is one of the most protective emotional positions a girl can take. It shields her feelings, controls her words, and keeps her vulnerable side hidden. If a girl often becomes quiet around you, she might feel connected enough to stay near you, but not quite safe enough to fully express everything. It's trust with a layer of caution. Now, the full openness, long conversations, honest feelings, soft honesty, maybe even sharing things she doesn't tell everyone. This is the ultimate sign of emotional security. A girl showing her deeper thoughts is a girl who believes completely that you won't use her feelings against her. She has let go of many protective instincts that tell her to stay guarded. What about when she turns emotionally distant for a while? Some people take this personally. Don't. In many cases, creating distance means she's trying to understand her own emotions without making things worse. It can actually mean the connection matters enough for her to process carefully. And then there's the full emotional contact. When a girl keeps checking on you, remembers little things, sends small messages, or stays connected even in silence, that's the strongest statement of all. She wants less emotional distance between you. That's not weakness, that's attachment.
5. She changes her rhythm just for you.
Have you ever wondered why a girl starts matching your timing, replying when you're usually free, or becoming available when she knows you need her? That's not a coincidence. It's a choice she made because of you. A girl has her own life, mood, routine, responsibilities, and emotional rhythm. Her world should not naturally line up with yours all the time. But an emotionally connected girl does something remarkable. She adjusts parts of her rhythm. She makes space in her mind for when you are present, when you are quiet, and when you usually need attention. Not because she has nothing else to do, but because your presence has become important in her emotional world. Think about that for a second. A girl's personal routine, built around her own priorities, can slowly shift just so she can spend more time existing in your world. This is also why a girl may text you around the same time, notice when your usual pattern changes, or appear right when you're feeling low. She has learned your rhythm. She has synced herself to it, not out of habit, out of preference.
6. She feels your stress before you explain it.
Ever had a rough day and noticed the girl suddenly become softer, quieter, or more attentive with you? That's not a coincidence. She sensed something was wrong before you even said it clearly. A girl can be incredibly tuned into someone she's emotionally attached to, and psychology is starting to explain what many people have felt for years. A girl can read you better than you think. People can detect subtle changes in behavior, body language, tone, facial expression, texting speed, and emotional energy. When you're stressed, your words change, your replies shift, your breathing, posture, and reactions feel different. A girl who cares picks up on all of it. She may not know exactly why you're upset, but she knows something is off. This is why some girls become extra caring when you're tired, anxious, hurt, or emotionally heavy. They are not just being sweet, they are responding to real signals you're giving off without realizing it. And here's where it gets even deeper. Staying close to you emotionally gives her a front row seat to your inner state. Your tone, your silence, your late replies, your restless energy. Day after day, she's gathering information. She's learning what your normal feels like. And when something shifts, she notices.
7. When she suddenly stops, listen closely. What does it mean when a girl who was always close to you suddenly becomes distant?
This is what I mentioned earlier, and it's something every person needs to understand. If a girl has been emotionally close to you for months or even years, and that suddenly changes, don't ignore it. People have patterns. When a girl breaks a pattern this significant, she's trying to communicate something, even if she doesn't say it directly. Sometimes the reason is emotional exhaustion. Hurt, confusion, pressure, or disappointment can make a girl seek space. A girl may become silent when she doesn't feel okay. It's a self-protection mechanism. If a girl who once opened up now wants distance, gentle attention is worth considering. Other times it's environmental, a new stress, a new routine, family pressure, work pressure, or a change in your behavior. A girl can be sensitive to shifts in emotional safety. Something that seems small to you might feel massive to her. And sometimes it's emotional memory. A girl remembers. If something hurt her in a certain conversation, or if conflict happened in that emotional space, she might pull away to protect herself. The key is paying attention. A girl chose to be close to you because she trusted you deeply. If that changes, she's not being random, she's communicating.
So listen, watch, and if needed, gently help her find her way back to feeling safe again. Because that quiet emotional closeness, it was never small to her, and it shouldn't be small to you either.